Welcome to episode 28 of So You Want to Be a Star in the Music Business. Today's topic is the wonderful world of booking. So we're assuming in this episode that you're already at the point where you're a sellable act or a sellable artist. And we're basically giving you the things that you need to make sure that you are the complete sellable package to a booking agent. Because a booking agent basically needs to earn a percentage off of what you're generating, so you need to be in a situation where you're bringing in enough money that other people want to get a piece of that and help you build your career as well.
Take 5 seconds and put yourself in the shoes of your agent. Your agent gets a call from a promoter, also known as a buyer, and that's the key word. They're buying a product, somebody who they think can sell tickets to their venue, in which they will make money. So everybody's trying to make money off of you. So the buyer says to your agent, well, what do they need technically? And how many people are traveling? And how much money is the minimum they're going to take? And if your agent can't answer those questions on the spot, you may have lost the show. So what we're discussing today are what are all of those elements that need to be ready, decided, and preferably discussed with your agent, because your agent can, just like selling a house, if you say, hey, I want $450,000 for my house, and the agent says there isn't a house in your neighborhood going for $450,000, right, you have to drop the price. You can sit there and say, hey, but I need the money, It doesn't matter. Same thing. You can say, hey, I want $10,000 or $20,000 or $50,000 to play this stadium or this particular concert hall, and they're going to say, no one in their right mind is going to pay you that. You have to listen to your agent. Their job is to get you the job.
And even just to back that up a little bit, there are a number of booking agents, just like there are different types of levels of managers, in the sense that you have your very big booking agents and you have some people who are working for themselves and up-and-coming agents. And just depending on where you are in your career, you pretty much want to be in a situation where you're attracting the agent to you instead of you having to go look. So you should be at the point where, I guess what's considered, they want you to be selling out shows, and we're not talking about stadiums because you're not at that point yet, but smaller venues, 100 to 150 people, and something where you're doing that consistently, and you also have a pretty big following in social media. So for all the major sites, of mainly Twitter and Facebook, that you have a huge following. They just want to know that once they attach themselves to you, that you have a market already that they can reach and something that you can continue to grow.
You can't expect your agent or your manager to pull gigs out of the air. It's a very difficult thing. It's that catch-22. How do you get a job? You have jobs already. So, hey, which one comes first, chicken or the egg?
Right.
The point is, an agent and your manager, and by the way, here's the difference again. Your manager can help you put all this information together and negotiate the right prices and come up with the answers, and work with your agent to develop a sellable product. That's how the manager helps you. But the manager's job, once you're at a certain level, no longer is about getting you a gig. It is making you sellable so the agent can find you gigs and get you gigs. So, and again, it's very difficult. Kevin just said it. Everyone's at a different level. But for the most part, sending a letter or calling a booking agent does not get you on their gee, we want you list, unless you're already selling tickets. And they may not know about you. That's different. In that case, they're going to ask the same thing that their buyers are going to ask. Tell me something about yourself. What do you require? How much money? What's your tech rider look like? How many do you travel? Which ways do you travel? Where are you coming from? What cities do you live in? How old are you? What pictures do you have? Give me a short bio about you that's actually interesting. On and on and on. The agent's going to ask for the same thing because they want to know that you have this all together. So why not create it? And then let your manager work with it. And most importantly, let your agent tell you whether or not it helps. What else can we think of?
Just like your career, you just want to make sure that the foundation is always covered. So you have to be prepared for stardom. So in a situation where now you have an opportunity to go from 100 people or a 100-seat venue to a 1,000-seat venue. You just already have to have these things in place. So you always just keep that foundation in mind. So whether you're always on top of your photos, you're on top of just your branding, your overall image, your look, your bio, make sure it's up to date. Just keep the basic things up to date so that they're always ready to go. So when you continue to grow your career, that these things are already in place.
And one last quickie for everyone in the world who has a website, putting 400 photos on your website is not better than putting 3 phenomenal photos on your website. Having a bio that goes for 4 pages that explains that you were the soccer champion in your high school is interesting to your family. It doesn't sell you. Well, unless you're playing a soccer stadium, maybe.
Or you did it with a broken leg.
Right. So you save that until that some press person asks you that interview question. You need to be concise. You need to make sure that you're putting out things that help you sell tickets, help somebody else sell tickets based on you. And as Kevin mentioned over and over again, most important thing, make sure you are performing, you're putting on the best act you can, you have hot songs, you're constantly working on new songs, and you're exciting your audience, and hopefully you're building your audience. The more people you can attract, if you're going to open at a festival for some big name act, that's great. But you're not the one bringing in all these people. But at least they get to meet you. And maybe after they see a phenomenal performance, then the next time you play somewhere else, they may want to come see you. And that a good picture of that may be very helpful.
And speaking of your website, make sure your booking information is on the website. So even before you get the big time booking agent, just have some of your basic info, whether a specific email address dedicated to booking, so that you don't miss any opportunities coming in, a contact phone number, just some of the basics that if somebody did want to book you or a booking agent needs to find you, that your information is on the bio of your Twitter or on your Facebook or on your website.
Okay, one last thing. Obviously, not everyone knows how to write a tech writer and tell people what they need and what they would like to have. We're going to deal with that in another class and try to help you get through that. In many places, you have no choice. You can only use what lights and sound exist in the venue. But there are things you can ask for that may help. And we'll deal with that another time.
That's right.
All right. On that note.
And yeah, who are we? Kevin Curtin.
Mitch Weiss.
Subscribe to this channel so that you get all the updates and notifications when we post new classes. Check out the website, www.MWEntGroup.com.
And we have nothing to offer you at all. No money, no prizes, no contests.
No t-shirts.
Tell people to watch these things. We're not the be-all, end-all educators of the music business, but we're hoping that we're helping somebody prevent themselves from going through a catastrophe when all they want to do is create great music. We need more and more great music and not mediocre stuff. So that's the purpose.
But he's making that up. We'll be on 60 Minutes and E-Entertainment and everything else soon.
All right, time for us to...
We're killing some time before we get too big.
Here we go. Time to cut out. It's Facebook is MWENT Group and Twitter is @_MWEG. Thank you.
Till next time.